south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford. First run now for Kyren Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Calling officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Now Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This one swung out to Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
2nd and 11 now. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
First down. First and goal, Rams.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with Williams. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. Williams can't punch it in on 4th and goal. And on On the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for, because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, trying to put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
And the 49er, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw, Purdy. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd
Well,
down.
partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Here's Purdy. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On fourth down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. It's caught. Smith. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Again, it's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
And a Rams 1st down.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll send a receiver in motion left. In motion left goes Smith. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's brought down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
To the air again. Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Play action. Stafford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Rams.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now a 1st down carry is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Stafford. He's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This a 27-yard attempt here. And this one is right through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Purdy now to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Now 3rd down and long.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Purdy. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, "We got this covered." And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, "Somebody get him down." Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing a Stafford. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's good for a Rams first down. A gain of 31 yards. And a Rams first down.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. To throw is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 13-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Rams are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point attempt to come here.
Extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Purdy off the play fake.
And this is caught. Jennings.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
That's caught by Jennings. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards there for number 15.
15 yards. And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
They'll bring a tight end in motion.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
3rd down and 1.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Back to throw, Purdy.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Well, now how about this return?
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Rams offense and Devontae Adams set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That's good for a Rams first down. A gain of 14. First down, Rams.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Screen play set up for Williams.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. On the carry, it's Ferguson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Stafford. And incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Stafford.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this out to the 25. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Quentin Lake on the coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Purdy from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard
Maybe that touchdown
line.
on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's got room. he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
55 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Robinson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
This will be from 49 yards out.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
They begin the drive with Williams. Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
And the Rams, first down. It's a gain of 35. First down, Los Angeles.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Rams first down. It's a gain of 6.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Stafford.
Now he's going to step up.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Here's Purdy.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. He'll get this out wide here.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Purdy looking to throw. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Now Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Purdy.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
A nice little juke. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
At the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
Got the connection here to Bourne.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Adams the man in motion right. Now Stafford. go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for L.A. 55 yards.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Mark this play, clip this play for the route running reel we're going to show at the end of the year. That was excellent. Sold the curl, showed his numbers back to the quarterback. The defender bit, and he was gone.
And the ball was thrown just at the right time as well. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, is he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Gain of 9 on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down. Purdy will try to pick it up himself. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Here's Pearsall on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
2nd down and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Purdy on the sneak. And he is going to have a Niners first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the
I don't know about you, but I like
line.
this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. They go play action here. Purdy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Oh, look at the juke. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
A gain of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Under pressure, and he'll go down, back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. He hit his first, now this from 43. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Rams offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll run with Corum to begin the drive.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
He's on his way.
Touchdown, LA!
Blake Corum,
75 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Shoves him aside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And he'll get this to the 32.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
To throw again on second down. Purdy. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 27. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 26 yards for Christian McCaffrey. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers, all of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result, big plays.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The visitors' offense and Blake Corum set to take over again. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Purdy.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 8. 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Yeah, they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Corum now on 1st and 10. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Rams.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And into the end zone. Pick 6 for the 49 D as they score the touchdown.
In play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Rams 20.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
Stafford here coming off his pick six. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Stafford.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Stafford. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Stafford.
They'll let this go for Adams.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Purdy now to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That is caught. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Niners are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Stafford now to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
To the air again, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
2nd and 10. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.